Good afternoon, adventurers, and welcome to another video from the Stief Adventure Academy. And today we're talking about that thing we did, the Axil. Let me get this right. GS Extreme 2.0. Coming right for you. So why are we talking about that? Well, you've probably seen this first video where we gently unboxed and talked about why we looked into these items. And as you can see, we're wearing them, and we have been all day. What's interesting? Well, there's a variety of things that are interesting. First of all, what's in the package? Pardon the bad camera work. One take wonder. So in the package, you get a case. Inside the case, there are a variety of these little bags. Inside the bags are the earplugs, the foamies. I don't know whose ears are that big. I'm wearing the second smallest, and I might be jumping down to the smallest, but I mean, my doctor says I have the ear canals of a 12-year-old girl, so that, I don't know what that means 100%. Never been a 12-year-old girl, but I think what he's trying to say is tiny. And so, yeah. These earplugs are enormous. That is a full centimeter in outside diameter, and they don't squish down as much as you might think. The foam is quite good, quite dense, and there is a solid plastic core, so they slide on and off the receivers on the earpieces quite nicely. They're on right now, and I'm listening to myself through them, so I can hear myself a little bit through the 8 pounds of meat in the custom carrying case on the top of my neck, as well as through the enhancement. Not only does it say 6 times, but there are basically 6 levels. There's a beep at the bottom to tell you that you're at the bottom, and you're at the top. You'll know. But there is that audible indication. The Bluetooth hookup was very easy. I've actually been using it on and off throughout the day. So I can hear if someone comes in the house, although I have hearing protection. When I clap my hands real loud, it's the compression works very nicely to reduce that sound, so I can only imagine how good a job it's going to do at the range. Or out hunting in the wilds of Albert County, looking for the coyotes and that sort of thing. Should be a nice savings when the big slugs go off, or the double-aught buck in coyote or deer territory. And you also get just the little gizmos here if you want to use it just for Bluetooth. What's interesting to me is that we are coming up on 6 hours of continuous use, which is coming up to the limits of the battery. We haven't heard any audible change. I have been using the enhancement and also the Bluetooth pretty much non-stop. What's fantastic about these that I didn't think I would like is if you were in a work environment, you could have your phone on mute, be ready to receive calls in case you have a parent or someone you're responsible for that might need your attention throughout the day. Emergency calls, those things we like to be ready for that we never bothered with before we had cell phones because there was no way to bother with them. But I'll digress. Clearly that stuff is still important, so stay on it. But you could be wearing these at work. You'd be able to hear your coworkers. You can put your headset over top and take calls, which I have actually tested. I'm sure, hopefully my boss isn't watching this. Didn't happen, but it did. And you can also do a hands-free or take a home phone call on one of those regular Uniden cheapo phones that everybody's got in their house. All works very well. They are not as clear as my studio quality in-ear monitors with the 5 drivers. This sounds much more like a single driver, maybe 2. It doesn't have a heavy bass response as of yet. I haven't tried it with my mobile device and playing actual music, looking for audio quality. I've been wondering about the compression, which works 100% so far. I'm looking forward to trying it with an actual firearm. I mean, who wouldn't look forward to those tests? Aromatherapy. In any case, they definitely are much more functional in your workaday world as the working schlub than I would have anticipated. And the Bluetooth is actually kind of a nice feature that I didn't anticipate that I would enjoy. I don't think that I would miss it if it was gone, but it's there, so why not use it? Let's see. I can't see the back of my own head no matter how quick I turn it. And so I'll just go like that. And so this will be my first look when I review the video of how these wires look. But as I say, it's been very comfortable. You can turn your head. You're not getting that. The only time you get a rustling sound is if you actually rub over the speaker or the microphone, I guess it would be. There seems to be one on each side. As you snap your fingers around your head, you can hear that the sound is moving. So it must be stereo, which I think they should brag about because that's cool. Setup was very easy. Charging is USB-C. What else can I say? Truthfully, these are really fantastic. I used to sit next to a coworker who shall remain nameless because he's a super nice guy, and it was a great environment, super great learning experience. I have no complaints. Only an observation that his inside voice was louder than my outside voice. And so on calls, sitting next to each other, it was substantial and also good, but mostly substantial. These would have been terrific. Noise reduction. Maybe I wouldn't use the enhancement. I might even turn it off. But leaving the enhancement on a little bit and then turning my headset up a little bit would have allowed me to have the protection. The compression may have even worked on their voice because when you measure it on a decimal meter, it's a real skill to be able to talk that loud. But all things considered, it might have really enhanced my work experience. So these may not just be for crazy people, gun people, hunters, people that are concerned about their hearing at concerts and that sort of thing. This might be a really neat tool for that. Maybe I'll get a chance to try it. It might also be really fun. I love to drive with the windows down, as so many of you do as well, I'm sure. But the wind noise, ultimately, is likely to play havoc on our hearing. So we can have the swirl of the wind and let it blow through our hair. Oh, so refreshing. But without the potentiality of hearing damage. And you can still hear the people in the car and listen to music that was set at a reasonable volume before. Or Bluetooth it, and it doesn't matter, because you're not blowing your own head off trying to listen to regular headphones above the noise. And it's not noise canceling. So the compression is really cool. I don't know what it's actually going to mean, but so far it's been really great. In any case, this is part 2 of our unboxing. I hope I remember to label it as such on YouTube. And first look at how they work. I am really enjoying the product so far. My hope is that they're going to do everything they say they do in the bush. Thanks, Jimmy. Jimmy likes them too. He hears me talking, and I'm not talking to him, so something is wrong. And anyway, and on every day, we hope you have a fantastic weekend, a great 2023, and as always, from us to you, stay sharp. Bye for now.